All-American Tennis on USA, Saturday and Sunday. Following hockey, stay with us here on USA for sports, suspense, and music. At 10:30 p.m. Eastern, 7:30 p.m. Pacific time, it's winning golf tips from the pros to help you stay on par. Then at 11 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. Pacific, a publisher finds himself listening to a murder on tape. Is it fact or fiction, real or Memorex? James Mason and Angie Dickinson star on the Alfred Hitchcock Hour. Then at midnight Eastern, 9 p.m. Pacific, Radio 1990 has an update on Paul Weller of The Jam and his new group, The Style Council. It's all coming your way later, right here on USA. But before we do that, we've got lots more to talk about here at the Forum in Montreal, where the final score is the New York Islanders 7 and the Montreal Canadiens 4. It was 1-0 after 1, 4-2 Islanders after 2. Here's what happened in the third. Mike Bossy scored his second goal of the game to make it 5-2, assisted by Gord Lane and Brian Trottier at 1:02. At 2:46, it was Mark Hunter scoring for Montreal from Greg Poplawski. Then at 6 minutes, Guy Lafleur brought them back to within 1 goal, 5-4. Keith Acton got the goal off the 4 assists. At 12:39, Mike Bossy registered the hat trick. It was the Islanders leading 6-4. The assists went to Trottier and Keller. And then at 13:59, Brent Sutter fed Bobby Bourne on a brilliant goal. 7-4 was the final, and that's where they wrapped up the scoring in the third period. Now, Mike, is there anything we didn't talk about in between periods 2 and 3 that happened in the third period? I thought the Islanders, again, were challenged by Montreal and came back nicely.
Well, we were challenged, but I think that we remember the last game in Quebec where we sort of fell apart in the third period, and we had that little lapse in the second period tonight, and again in the third for a little while, but we were able to come back. You know, it's only the second game of the year, and guys are still trying to find themselves out there, and, you know, but I have a lot of faith in the spirit of the team, the desire to win, and, you know, we're very motivated this year, so I'm very pleased that we were able to come out with a win tonight.
Well, it has to be very encouraging considering how Montreal wanted to win this game under the new regime as badly as they did. Let's go back now and take a look at Mike Bossy's hat trick as it occurred here at the Forum tonight. We'll begin with a goal in the second period. Dennis Potvin and John Tonelli at 16:02. We saw it before. We'll see it again.
Well, this is where Dennis made a heck of a play because he put it through 2 people there to give it to me. And the puck was rolling, as you can see. That's why I waited a little bit till it came down, and then the goalie sort of went down on a play and it went under him.
This was Mike Bossy's second goal. That was in the third period. This time it was Gord Lane and Brian Trottier on the assist.
Here, Gord Lane kept the puck in on a good play. Brian gave it to me, and I was just cruising in from the blue line, and I got everything on that.
Good target shooting that time. Mike Bossy registered the hat trick and made it 6-4. Again, an assist from Brian Trottier. Add one to Anders Keller at 12:39.
A good play by Anders to get the puck out. Brian headman in the puck, and this one found its way through his legs again off the post and in.
Now, I want you to answer me something. As we watch the replay and as we watch you play, we see you look up just for a brief second. You look at Walmsley, and then you shoot it right between his legs. Are you trying to shoot it between his legs?
Well, on the first goal I was, the second one, and the third one, I just want to get the puck on net and low, because I know that on the last two that I scored, he was coming out of his net, and when a goalie's moving forward on a play, he really has trouble moving his feet in a time like that. So if you can get the puck on the ice, I feel I have a much better chance of scoring.
I guess what I'm asking is how accurate do you expect your shots to be?
Well, I expect to hit the 4 feet width of the goal. That's as long as I'm getting the puck on net, I feel I have a good chance of putting it in.
Mike, let's talk about the Montreal Canadiens a little bit. You've played them now a game, and while you said this is only their first game of the season, your second. The fans here will not be very patient. Under the new front office regime, while they didn't make many roster changes, they have some new young players, and we don't know what to expect from them. The fans want to see some results, and they want to see them quickly. Do you notice a sense of change in the Canadiens' attitude on the ice?
Well, I think even though it was the first game, you can notice a change in the fans. I mean, the score was 6-4, and there was still 6.5, 7 minutes left, and there were fans filing out of the building. And that's very uncommon for me to see in Montreal. And, you know, it's obvious that they will be impatient because of what has happened in the last 3 or 4 years. They haven't made it past the preliminaries. And with all the front office changes, They really haven't changed that much on the ice. That's what worries me. They have some new players, but you know, I think the fans are expecting a big change. They want they don't want to gradually get back into the thick of things. They want to get up there quick because they've been. I mean, they're spoiled. They've had championship teams galore here, and you know, I don't think that they'll stand for losing that much.
Speaking of spoiled, those folks in Uniondale tend to be a little spoiled at times. How do you plan on keeping them from booing you as they did at times last year, unbelievably?
Well, I think that all depends on the way we play. You know, no matter how fickle fans are or how spoiled they may get, they have a lot of reason to be spoiled now. We've won 4 Stanley Cups in a row, and
you made your bed. Now you have to lie.
Well, they expect the best from us, and we expect the best from ourselves, and there's no reason why we should go out there and you know, give half an effort. I think as long as the fans see that we're working, we're giving 100% every game. You know, they might get impatient, they might get frustrated if things aren't going that well for us, but I think what we need to do is just to go out there and give 100% effort all the time.
Mike, thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Mike Bossy of the New York Islanders. The Islanders realizing quickly in this regular season how easy it is to erase a bad game with a good game as they played here in Montreal tonight. Back we go for final comments to Dan Kelly and Gary Green. Gentlemen?